Yep, I can agree.
Let's
Oh
redo
well.
that intro. That is totally on brand. That is totally on brand. That is totally on brand. I just noticed, Nathan. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Peter Oven podcast. Games make things harder? You'll come to understand that process later on in the stream as we go on. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Obviously, joined by the lovely It's Damo.
Yeah, hi. And his saber.
Yes,
I'm joined by the gin pussy.
the little, aka the little crackhead.
Yes, my little crackhead.
And thank you very much for the host there, Nathan. Appreciate it, my man. Um, so we were going to be joined by another person, but they don't seem to be available. And if they do, they'll pop in at random.
Yes.
um, but they'll only be able to with us for an hour. But the pair of us can still run this show as we have done before. So, first things first. Damo,
hmm
what have you been playing this week, and how are you doing?
I'm actually doing alright, to be fair. As you know on your Discord from last night, I did a random blitz of the flat, only a small one, because I wanted to actually go and venture outside. I know it is a shocker because I hate going outside, but this is also gonna shock you.
She went outside. She went outside.
No, I clearly.
Gasp! She went outside on her own.
No!
I can't
What?
believe it! She went outside on her own!
You
Ah!
got the right idea. Okay. But I've mainly been playing obviously Sims as my morning routine.
No shit,
Um,
Sherlock.
well, yeah, I stream it every day on Discord. Duh. Um,
Uh,
but I've actually been playing some more Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now that I actually have a place to myself too
trying out those nude mods.
on PlayStation. Some no nude
Boo.
mods.
Boo. You would if you could.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely would if I could, to be honest. And obviously
So,
Genshin too as well, and Dead by Daylight, which I had not just one farming ghost face, but three. Yeah.
so you had 3 farming fuck faces.
They may be the most unpredictable, but you boop the snoop, you're guaranteed to get a farmer.
Tell that to every fucker that's killed me.
Play a female character. Oh wait, no, you do.
Exactly. Play a female character. It's because they hate me because I've got a bigger dick than probably a lot of them combined.
Probably.
Mm.
I'm just sweet and innocent.
Check your nose, Pinocchio. Fucking sweet and innocent, my ass. So, anything else that's been on your list?
Actually, no, I still haven't got Dying Light 2 yet, to be fair. I
You were
want
raving
to
about that game so
bad.
fucking much. You were raving about that game so damn much. You still ain't got it.
No, like, I really want it, but I also don't want to ruin the experience for myself.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god, Damo. The fuck, girl.
I know, man, I know. So, what have you been up to? How you been?
Uh, I have been pretty good, as most people know. Yesterday did pretty much 7 hours worth of streaming, testing the laptop out in regards to stuff. Like, also, this is a completely new format for the podcast. I know I spent all that time building the set for the podcast on Genshin Impact, and now we swap to this. Timing much? Tail. Also, managed to actually finally beat, for the first time ever. It looks like you're about to kiss an ass.
Nah, it was his side. Oh, Saber. No,
Ginger
you're
Puss.
not gonna get any love today.
It's Saber's debut, everybody.
It's your debut, look.
Wait. So does this mean? Wait. Does this mean that you can also actually say that this might be your introduction to becoming a VTuber with Saber as your model?
Oh no.
No.
My guy, what are you doing?
Being a crackhead. What else does he do? Oh my god.
Someone clip that, please.
Please do. Please, someone clip that.
Oh man.
Someone please clip Saber being a fucking goofball.
That is just adorable, man.
See if I can't do it myself. So, yeah, I've actually managed to, for the first time ever, complete Blood Rain. I'd never played it back when it first came out. And, well, I was finally able to actually do it. I'm just making. Not gonna lie, I'm making the clip right now. So.
Oh no.
It's Saber's debut, everybody.
It's your debut, look.
Wait. So does this mean? Wait. Does this mean that you can also actually say that this might be your introduction to becoming
I'm fogging up my
VTuber with
glasses.
Saber
She's
as your
making me die
model?
laughter, you know. Oh no.
How do you spell debut? How do you spell debut?
My guy, what are you doing? D-E-B-U-T,
Being a crackhead. What else does he do? Let me just quickly check this. Oh my god! I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this clip right now. It's absolutely adorable. Please do. Please, someone clip that. You just see like Saber with his big button eyes. Everybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely adorable. All right, just go to Google.
Here we go. Once again, yeah, this is the moment he's been waiting for, guys.
Yeah, it is. If I'm wrong, then someone can fucking sue me. Sorry, they can suck my dick. Sephiroth, massive cock. Oh god. Alright, because I can't do it at the minute. Can someone post that in stream clips? Because I can't, otherwise it'll take it. Otherwise it'll take the whole thing. Oh.
That's very rude. Yes, you blocked your bum. You fell away from my teeth.
Clipping that. Oh fuck. Alright, because I can't do it at the minute. Can someone post that in stream clips?
Mm.
Because I can't, otherwise it'll take it. Otherwise it'll take the whole thing. Oh.
David, that's very rude. Get away from my tea.
You'll love the title of the clip.
Saber, can you move?
You're gonna love the title of the clip, by the way.
Blink for a Saber. Oh,
don't work with animals, people. 9 times out of 10, they'll fuck you over. Oh, fuck. So yeah, as I was saying, I finally managed to actually complete Blood Rain. Actually got that finally being, because I never played it when it first came out. So that was actually great to actually finally get done, and I actually made a start on Blood Rain 2.
Oh, nice. How you finding it?
It's definitely more combat orientated and less gun related.
Yeah.
Whereas the first one was actually more gun related, but then considering they were kind of going with the Resident Evil / Devil May Cry hype at the time. So yeah, there's a huge difference. The combat is actually, oh my god, that's a wow. So who just wowed?
Does not say actually.
Yeah, it's not popping up. Ah, there we go. Mikado.
Hey.
Mikado redeemed stretch. Oh, it was Alex. Yeah, it's not popping
Alex.
up, Alex. It's not popping up. I don't know why. Chaos, we both know between the two of us, we all heard all orgasm blood orgy. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know why it's not popping up in the chat. It's been very weird.
Yeah, usually it does. Mod view maybe for me.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I've finally got that started. I finally actually started downloading some games onto the Flop Top 2.0. I've downloaded Digimon Masters Online, Honkai Impact, Lost Ark, and just because no doubt I'm probably going to try this with SG at some point, Goose Goose Duck. Just to see what that's all about. So, I have.
Saber, no. Saber.
Saber's already on the fucking move. So as you guys know from yesterday's stream, I've tried out Honkai Impact, and there's certainly a huge difference between Genshin and Honkai. So yeah, that's quite interesting. I'm actually going to be starting a proper playthrough, probably on and off stream, of Horizon Zero Dawn, because there's a game that I need to actually play, well, at least complete story wise. So fuck it, why not?
Nice.
What else? What else have we been up to? Okay. I've actually kind of been a bit all over the show as of this week because it's like I've been testing stuff out on the new laptop, so it's kind of that's kind of been taking up the majority of my time besides doing regular Genshin stuff.
I get that.
We've been doing some more Yu-Gi-Oh, as per usual.
That is very true.
That's certainly been quite entertaining to actually do for the most part, and you can definitely tell where I'm strong and where I fail. So that's a right royal pain in the ass. That is trying to build a deck or at least get the cards for said deck is interesting to say the least. I said players don't rage quit or surrender so many damn times. Like I had one fucking night. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. I'm trying to encourage people to actually jump on Ghost of Tsushima Legends because that's free on PlayStation Plus.
Oh, is
Um,
it?
yeah. Well, the
Mm.
multiplayer. Yo, making over 100 bits. Thank you very much. More coming.
Nice.
More coming for you. More coming in your future.
Sabes, man. What is your issue? You know, go full crackhead. It's okay. Just go full crackhead.
No, don't encourage them to go full crackhead. We've already got a few clips as it is. You just say you want to do a playthrough with big fuck off robots. Yes, Horizon Zero Dawn. Alex, I'm going to be doing that at some point. So there'll be bad aiming and, well, just bad aiming in general.
Mm.
Um,
I've actually seen some gameplay of that actually through a mate of mine's stream.
hmm.
Actually
It is
looks
a,
quite good.
it is a really good game. Some people actually could. It's one of those games that's actually considered like the top PS4 games, along with God
Mm.
of War. And Gio and Co are actually a huge fan of it, and they've actually just started playing the new one.
Oh.
So, well, Gio hasn't. She wants to, but she's had other commitments for stream to do.
Mm. It's
So
understandable.
it's kind of annoying when you actually want to specifically play a game for stream. You kind of piss yourself off on that basis.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I'm thinking of testing out the PlayStation Remote on PC tomorrow for stream and see how well it actually runs with Life is Strange remastered.
Hmm. God, life is strange. I don't see how that's even remastered when it's actually on the same generation. Like I did a complete playthrough of the original Life is Strange on YouTube.
Oh no, no. I mean, like, if you think about it in a way, like remastered in the sense of
Touch the graphics up.
different, yeah, touch the graphics up, the lighting graphics, the
Mm.
sound, just make it a bit more crisp. Plus, I want to see how true the rumors are about the lighting glitches. Apparently, they've actually become worse.
Hmm.
Mm. So I'm kind of actually really wanting to see that, to be honest. And if there's any other glitches that have like kind of come around.
Well, kind of funny thing is you talk about remasters and that. That actually kind
Mm.
of brings up. We're now actually going to get onto the legit podcast, everyone. So don't worry. Um, uh, we've done the initial bullshit. Now let's get on to the actual bullshit. That kind of actually takes on to one of my first topics, actually. There's actually recently been announced that an old game from back in the arcade days and PlayStation 1 days, if I remember correctly, I think maybe even PlayStation 2 or maybe even older, um, House of the Dead. Now there was a bunch of games that were in the arcades. Obviously, when you go in the arcades, you play a game, play a variety of games, and there's a few like where you actually like hold like a plastic gun, and it'll actually get the recoil and stuff, and you'll be shooting zombies or various other things.
Yeah.
Well, they're actually doing a remaster of House of the Dead for the Switch, and
Hmm.
apparently it's going to be released soon, which is kind of a big deal um, when you consider like a lot of games when they go to be remastered, it's usually they usually give a bit more of a heads up.
Yeah.
Let me just trying to see who's behind this one. But yeah, it kind of calls into the question in regards of games we'd like to see like a remake or at least a remaster, or at least passed on to the next onto either this generation or the next generation. Because there were games in my time that I think a lot of people should experience because they were so good. Like I was going to do Sega Mega Drive / Genesis collection or classics last night, but I obviously didn't end up doing something different. I'll probably pick that up again maybe at a later date. Um, This is great. I'm loving this.
So you're invited every time for the podcast.
I agree, Nathan. Time Crisis would probably fall into that category. So it's gonna. So House of the Dead is going to be on the Switch. No idea if it's going to be on other platforms. So it'll be interesting to see how they actually do that. I imagine they'll probably utilize the Joy Cons quite a bit. Button eyes. You can't work with animals, people. They're the most unprofessional things in the universe.
The thing is, he's never done this before. I've been on video call to you guys on Discord for like so long, and he's never done this.
This is what's funny. I'm loving it. Keep Saber coming back for the podcast, yes, please.
Definitely.
It's gonna be like this. So, as I said, there are a few games from my gen that I would love people to play, or at least be able to play again. One of the games that I think is kind of like unsung, a severely underrated game from back on the PlayStation 1 era is a game called Dragon Valor. It was on PlayStation 1, and basically it follows. Well, it starts off with the tale of Clovis, and he returns to his village, only to find that it's been burnt down to the ground by a dragon. And his sister, who is still on fire, he grabs, and she's. Suffice to say, the graphics aren't the best. There's a lot of big blocks. You'd think it was like they put together Minecraft, essentially, the characters, but it's still pretty good. She burns to a crisp and dies. He then vows revenge, and then there's a man that's wandering near him, and a sword. He hears a dragon and a sword, and it's known as, and the sword is, and the sword. And the sword's known as a Dragon Valor. It's a magic sword that basically allows someone to be able to slay dragons, because they can't be slayed unless it's a magic sword. Which is kind of interesting. So then you obviously go through this whole process of. You might have to just chuck him down, Damo.
No, it's
he's in your cup.
Oh,
he's in your mug.
Get out my fucking tea.
He just Saber just put his paw in the mug. I'm not joking, he actually was.
He's literally watching himself right now, by the way. You vain little cunt.
So, obviously, Clovis picks up the sword and then goes after this dragon. And gets at the top of the mountain of his home, and then fights it, kills it, but then it gives birth to another dragon, which then flies off. So then he spends the next few years hunting the dragon down, and in the process he becomes nothing more than just a being of vengeance, going around slaying monsters, because monsters will appear wherever a dragon may settle, because obviously magical beings obviously attracted to dragons.
Yeah.
So the town of Raxus has actually been overrun, and they're currently fighting. Well, there's currently a rebellion. Well, kind of and kind of not. Fighting against Raxus, trying to overthrow those that have killed the king. Now, here's where the game gets interesting. Clovis meets a girl who happens to be a merchant. I think so, at least. I can't quite remember. And she basically tells him of a shortcut in order to get to one of the castles to be where the source of the creatures might be coming from. The army that's taken over seems to be imbued with some form of inhumane magic.
Yeah.
So obviously Clovis goes through various few like dungeons and stuff, fighting various monsters, and eventually reaches. I have to turn the alerts off at this rate.
No, keep them going, it's fine. That's
They're not showing in chat, which is weird.
Hmm.
That's the bit I don't get why they're not showing up.
It's alright, we can sort it out afterwards. It's not a problem.
Yeah. Anyway, so he then gets to this place where it's basically done. It's basically being run by this alchemist. You beat him, and it turns out that the dragon that Clovis has been seeking is in the castle, or at least the main castle.
Yeah.
So once he finds out that is actually there, obviously you see the darkness within Clovis actually coming out, but obviously being a vengeance now, because all he wants to do is just kill the dragon. He's thought of nothing else.
Hmm.
And obviously, when it comes to vengeance, obviously that's never going to go too well.
That's true, because with vengeance, you're mainly thinking with anger, though, aren't you?
Uh huh.
So.
But the fact is, though, he's actually really good. He's actually really good with the sword. He's actually really good with the sword. So, um, but anyway, he goes through another load of dungeons, and then he finally reaches the castle.
Mm.
Now, here's the thing. At one point, you'll pick up a key, and there is a locked door. You have the opportunity, if you want, to open up that locked door.
Okay.
If you do, you will end up meeting the princess. And not gonna lie, she's a bit stuck up, as most princesses are.
Yeah.
She's like, have you come to rescue me? No, I'm here to kill the dragon. Oh, what a brute! Well, tell me your name. Obviously, Clovis. Dragon's Dogma? No, we are talking about Dragon Valor. Again, to us personally, I think it's actually better than Dragon's Dogma, but that's just my opinion. Um, Now, by opening up the door and finding the princess, you actually branch off
Mm.
from the story, or at least what the story would have been.
Okay.
So then you go through, you fight the lord that's basically using the dragon's power, basically showing him up, showing that he's an idiot. You then fight the dragon, and then once you've killed it, Clovis then questions himself with what is he gonna do now.
Mm.
Now, if you find the princess, you end up basically helping drive out all the forces that have overthrown the kingdom and are named king. And obviously, you have a kid with the princess. Then another rebel force appears. Blah 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 blah. That's our whole chapter 2.
Yeah.
If you don't open the door to the princess's room, you end up returning to the merchant girl's place,
Mm.
and you end up obviously time goes by. He has a kid with her, but he ends up leaving and his magic sword behind, and no one knows why.
Oh yeah, his magic sword. Yeah.
Fuck off. So he ends up leaving his magic sword behind with a friend of his, a pirate friend. But that's a whole different chapter too. So depending on the
Yeah.
choices you make, will end up determining which story path you'll end up going.
Mm.
And irony of ironies, to get another branch off, you have to follow the merchant girl route where you don't save the princess, and you'll then reach another point where you have to save someone else, and you actually get the choice on whether you do or not. If you don't, then you get a completely different route, which I've not explored, unfortunately.
Mm.
But yeah, I do recommend people actually do look up Dragon Valor, and you will actually see what I am talking about, because it is a very good game, and it is. I personally think it would actually benefit from a remake, because the past like few years have been full of like remakes, like in regards of Spyro, uh, three-way options. No, there's like Spyro, Crash. Obviously, we've got the Final Fantasy remake. Obviously, we get the House of the Dead. So it kind of calls into the question like, what games would we like to see remaked, and when does it come to the point where remakes or remasters are all we get? Because look at Skyrim and GTA, specifically GTA 5. They've been made for almost anything and everything at this point. I've
True.
heard that you can even there's actually a thing there's actually a fridge where you can actually play Skyrim on it. I kid you not.
I think the remaster or remake edition to games kind of started when, at least before, you know, the COVID hit.
Yeah.
Because we
Well,
were hearing about all these remakes, we were getting the trailers, and stuff like that. But even then, we were getting remakes occasionally before that.
yeah.
But it's
But I'm
more
kind of
so now.
but I'm kind of wondering like and I did ask this question on a previous podcast like when does it actually become a bit too much? When does it actually become the point where it's just like are you guys actually making games or are you actually doing or are you actually just completely like forgetting any form of creativity whatsoever?
Like, I would say depending on how old the game is. So, if it's, say, something like the original Tomb Raider game, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have that remastered. Put some like extra detail in there. Fuck it, like bring out the old ideas you were gonna have and stuff like that, and add that all into one. Add more story to it, more challenges.
So kind of like what they did
Don't.
with Final Fantasy VII remake.
Yeah, don't turn it into what it turned out to be, like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where it weren't exactly challenges. It was more, here, have a little puzzle that we know you're gonna get stuck on for the next 4 hours, because we've made it so simple yet complex. It's not worth my
Bit of
time.
self-reflection there.
Yes. Yes. I'm also gonna quickly turn my camera off because I need my own little personal siggy wiggy woo woo. But I am still going to obviously be talking as well, so
Yeah.
yes.
So,
Okay.
like, what games would you actually like to see, like, from like what you've played, like, from like older generations of consoles? What do you think? What games would you actually like to see brought on to the newer gens or current gen?
I would definitely say definitely Pokemon Yellow. Just because I'd like to see how that would look color. I can't remember if it was color or not, but
You
the
can have it as
original.
color.
Oh, okay, well, like the original Pokemon games.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we're not going to get that due to Nintendo having already done like a quote unquote redo of that with
Hmm.
because the game was originally red and blue. Then they did fire red and leaf green.
Well, yeah, you got a point actually.
Because ironically, when it was released in Japan, it wasn't red and blue; it was red and green originally.
Also, Becky, no, yes, the Lord of the Rings game.
Now, I have heard there is actually talk about a something like that actually in the works,
Mm.
but it people have been kind of umming and ahhing about that
Oh,
because at this point, I feel as though Lord of the Rings kind of run its course. I personally think what they should do, if they're going to do anything in regards to Lord of the Rings, is make a continuation of the Shadow of War games.
yeah.
Because Shadow of War, it ends, and unfortunately, it has been said that it's not canon what happens in the Shadow of War series, which is sad considering I think it actually opens up for actually a bigger chance in that universe. And I personally think they're a fool for not making for not taking that fan made mod with Unreal Engine for maybe Pokemon Yellow with the Legend of Arceus 3D open world, possibly. But the thing is like you'd be followed around constantly by Pikachu.
I'd love that.
Well, technically, they've already kind of done that with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So they kind of already have done something similar.
Through that.
So we kind of already have that, I guess. So it's just got more Pokemon Go features. So I think you'd probably like it, Damo.
That be true, actually. I can't remember what the game is called, and I'm probably gonna butcher actually trying to explain it. But it was about, like, it's got this cat like thing, and it was on the original Xbox,
Mm.
and oh, I can't remember what was it. but it was like a kind of like time thing, and you had to do all these like little intricate puzzle things and defeat enemies with like this slime gun or something like that. I'll have to ask my dad.
Oh, give me a sec. I tried doing something and it fucked up.
Let me just Google that a second. That was it. Yes, that was the game. Thank you so much, Nathan.
Sorry about that, everyone. Not sure what the fuck happened there.
But yes, you are correct, man. That is one of the games I would love to see remastered because I can imagine myself spending hours on that.
What's that?
Um, it's called Blink's Time Sweepers. It's the game that I was thinking of.
Oh, Time Sweepers.
Mm. I used to spend like near enough all day on that, to be honest. And I think it's like on the PS1 or PS2. I think it was like RB Toy Game or something like that. I'll just come back on there again.
No.
So get it.
uh, or how about a remaster of 4K Dawn of War? Well, here's the thing. That's only kind of like, I mean, could do, but we're talking like from not like a couple of gens ago. We're talking like from back, like PlayStation 1, uh, SNES era, or at least Nintendo 64. Bring back, make a new Pokemon Stadium. Um,
Yes.
or at least put Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 on the N64 section Switch. I would love to actually get it. It would actually make it worth actually paying for because it was such a fucking troll. Fucking Dragonite with the weakest shit moves. Um, One other game I actually would like to see remastered, and I know a few people that would actually agree with me on this.
Mm.
There was an RPG or JRPG game years ago on the PlayStation One, known as Legend of Dragoon, and it was actually really good. It actually had a few features on there that kind of were ahead of its time. Uh, I've looked up, not gonna lie, I've looked up how much Legend of Dragoon is to buy, like a physical copy of. It's not fucking cheap. It's quite fucking
Oh,
expensive.
yeah, no, I've accidentally clicked on shopping on Google and it's going for £130 in CEX.
Yeah, that's the cheapest I've heard. Do you want to know the
Oh,
most
yeah.
expensive I've seen it?
Go on.
About £2,225. Yeah, it's fucking expensive. What I'm talking about is from 2004. Well, I didn't play 40K, so
I don't think I had either.
but
There's
yeah,
another game that I played on 360. Sorry, go on. I'm just trying to look for it.
it's like I personally, it's one game that I didn't actually really get the chance to play because I was an idiot back then, so I didn't really understand RPGs.
Mm.
I literally made it to the end. Literally, it was a game like most PlayStation One games had multiple discs. It had 4 discs. I got to the end of the fourth disc with my characters only being around about 20 or below, and fuck me, that's bright.
Yeah, sorry, that's just my computer being a div. Um,
It's like you're
I'm
opening up.
just trying to find this game, man, and I'm like, come on, just show me.
It's like you're getting blinded by the holy lights.
Yeah.
So we've had So we've had Saber's brown eye, and now we've got your blinking, and now we've got the fucking shining lights.
The shining light of death.
I just looked at how much Legend of Dragoon is. Yeah.
Makeup time.
Do a little dab here, a little dab here, and then all fuck you. Um. So yeah, those are the kind of games I would actually like to see remastered because these are like underrated games. Oh, also the Onimusha series from PlayStation 2. They gave us the first Onimusha remastered on PlayStation 4. Give us the fucking rest. 2 and 3 were fucking great. Turning Damo from human to Pogo the Clown. Actually, Damo would be more Krusty the Clown. Hey, 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 kids, fuck you! See? Look, Krusty the Clown. Why do they call you Krusty the Clown? You don't want to know, kid. I've seen some shit, I've done some shit. I'm crusty in places that shouldn't be crusty.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Damo can't be like Krusty. She's had way too much pork. Nathan, you know she's gonna kill you. You know she's gonna kill you when she sees you, mate. Yo, Alex, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Very much appreciate it, my man. 13 months in a row. Thank you so much, my dude. Make sure you continue to use the emotes for evil or chaos. Not good. That's so nasty. Oh, that's so nasty. So you found the game yet?
Nope.
We'll come back to that then. Shall we tackle one of your topics? Because I think you got a few, haven't you?
Oh hell yeah. So, it's right
Fucking
again.
hell!
Jesus Christ!
Alright, just stop.
Right, let's just go over here because we're just gonna minimize this for a second, and we're just gonna have them next.
When we go for a break,
out.
have a look at it.
No, it's alright. I've got it up. It's all sorted. I had to minimize the window for it. So, I don't know if you guys actually heard, because basically there was a tweet from the original Pyramid Head creator, and he basically said that, he, and I quote, I fucking regret basically making Pyramid Head. And I looked onto it because the articles wouldn't have his correspondence to a couple of the fans of his, creation. And basically, it turns out he was never actually paid as he should have been for Pyramid Head. And you've got to think as well, that must fucking suck, in my opinion, because it's like, well, why didn't they? And unfortunately, there's not a lot of information on that, and you've also got to realise how many times they reused Pyramid Head. Like, I love him so much, his, like, Pyramid Head's character, the lore behind him, and, it's kind of hurts to see that he weren't actually being paid for it.
Yeah, because it's like it's just another case of it's another case of the company being behind it, unless she's so fucking stupid. Like it's because I assume this is the people that actually also were behind Silent Hill as a whole.
Yeah.
So it was like what, Konami, was it?
I believe so. Yeah.
So it's just like it's just a case of.
Oh, he's deleted the tweet now. Oh shit.
Can you blame him?
I really couldn't, to be honest. But he
well,
still kept the.
Here's the thing. It's probably been archived by someone, because that type of shit you don't miss.
That is very, very true.
Because a lot of eagle-eyed people would easily probably archive something like that.
Sorry, I'm on his Twitter page and I'm like, whoa, that is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately with big companies they like to take the piss sometimes. Um, I assume not it's not all as it says. Like they saying like he didn't get paid. I imagine that he probably did get paid, but not credited for like as much as he probably should have been. There's probably some other stuff behind the scenes on that one, and it's literally. But if it is true the fact that he wasn't actually paid, then that type of shit should have maybe been taken further up the chain. And if it was, then I'm pretty sure they may have the grounds for taking it possibly on a legal front because it's essentially it's using his property. But the thing is like, does he actually have any proof that he actually has like that is actually his? Because the creation of the pyramid was actually his own.
Let me copy and paste his name into Google because it's in Japanese. I cannot. Okay. Wait, we're gonna do this the awkward way.
Yeah,
Oh.
that is true. They did fuck over Kojima. They did fuck over Kojima. So yeah. And then what did Kojima actually bring to us? Walk-in simulator. But
No,
that's a whole.
he was part of he was the Japanese video game artist best known for his work with Team Silent in Silent Hill in the Silent Hill franchise.
So he has been credited for it.
I don't think as such like on the actual copies of the games, but he is quite known for being
All
a
right.
part of Team Silent. I don't think he was genuinely thoroughly credited enough
All
for
right.
Pyramid Head.
Hmm. That might be a contract thing then. Um, that might be something worth keeping an eye on for the most part.
Oh,
'Cause it's
oh,
like,
oh, I know why it got archived. Sorry, I've just come across it. I do apologize.
there we go.
So I got a terrible and aggressive Japanese reply to that tweet, but I remembered this thing getting caught by his anger has a low quality addiction. It eventually lets him become a man who can't always help getting caught by his anger. I thought I would be careful not to be the man.
Jeez.
So basically, a lot of trolls and angry Japanese people.
Jesus. It's just what the fuck, people. What the fuck. Not much can really be said about that, really.
No, but on a lighter note, though, to be fair, I guess like he kind of got not the recognition he necessarily wanted, but someone did buy out the actual Silent Hill web domain, and literally there is no navigation. Don't even know if the website still exists in that term thing. But when I had seen it initially, you can't navigate on a website. It's just that one tweet that he put.
Jesus.
Oh yes.
Hello, Saphira.
Oh no, it's still here.
Alright. Hmm. But yeah, that's kind of a tough one because it's kind of like a legal thing, really, on that basis. Then, because rights to stuff when you're dealing with companies
Mm.
is quite scuffed because it it could go one of two ways. It could either actually be what they're claiming or not, because it's one person's word. Unless he actually like provides proof, then all people are going to do is take him for his word. And if it goes legal, then unless he's got something, he's going to get laughed at. He's going to basically get taken to the cleaners.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because technically,
I
that could.
hope.
Because technically, Konami could actually sue him for defamation of character
Mm.
for him actually saying that. It's a tough one, like that kind of. It's rough.
It is like I do personally hope he does have the proof. I don't understand why why he would do it without proof behind him.
Mm.
But I also understand the ways of the internet with trolls and angry people because they want to be angry at anything and everything.
Yeah. It's all all I can say is I hope things actually do play out to at least actually a good degree.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, that's all we can kind of hope on that one.
Oh
Uh
wait, no, I found it. Okay. The reason is not that I can't get paid for the state statues. I've never gotten paid for those in the first place. Sorry. Why is it still there if I can't get onto it through the original link?
oh.
Yeah, so the original tweet is gone, though it's still showing up on his Twitter page.
Hmm.
The reason is not that I can't get paid for those statues. I've never gotten paid for those in the first place.
That's a legal thing then.
Yeah.
That's a contract thing then. There may have been someone in his contract that made it so he wouldn't get paid for stuff like that.
Mm.
If he has access to his old contract, which if he's no longer working for him, probably not.
No,
Um,
but there'll always be a backup copy somewhere in the email address.
yeah. But then again, this is back in the day when Silent Hill was a thing, so that's even if he actually got the email. It might have been through a letter.
You actually have a point.
Because it's like
But I will
you
say,
have to remember that how old is like Silent Hill and specifically Pyramid Head. So again, he's gonna have to go over his if he actually does have a copy of his contract with him,
hmm,
and hopefully it's not one that was renewed, or at least if he actually has a contract, if he actually has a contract, and if there was a renewed one and that, then maybe take it to a lawyer and actually go have them go over it in a fine tooth comb because they can sometimes be worded like, "Oh, you will get paid for this unless." So that's a legal thing. What you here to?
2001, it was released.
Hmm. Yeah. So the internet was still fairly new then,
Yeah,
and well, not entirely new, but not everyone had access to it.
pretty much. But I will say though, like I'm just scrolling more and more down, and his artwork is just beautiful. But one of the concept arts that he had done in his student days, so you got to think this would have been in the making before it was released, and like the design of one of the original designs for Pyramid Head actually looks quite a lot different, to be honest. It's
Hmm.
quite good, but damn.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably the thing that hopefully he's got his. Hopefully people will stop trolling him enough to actually let him get his head straight, so he can actually maybe look into actually getting his contract sorted out.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Or at least looking into that contract and seeing what's what. Because there's a thing known as royalties, and usually stuff that's tied to the artwork, unless the artist actually signs over full rights to
Hmm.
it. Hello, Mel.
Hi Mel, where are you? How you doing?
Yeah, we kind of was wondering where you were. I just woke up. LOL. That's a mood. That is a mood. I couldn't sleep last night at all. Yeah, I can imagine
Oh,
that you weren't sleeping considering when I went to bed you were still playing Dead by fucking Daylight.
A lot of
Mind
the
you, at that
time
point, it's
when
usually about 8 o'clock. So
a lot of the time when I'm on Dead by Daylight, I always see Mel.
yeah,
Always in a match. Always my guy.
yeah. So Mel, you still want to join us because we got like 1 hour left of the podcast. So if you still want to join us, let us know. There we
Emotional
go. Now it's
damage.
appearing.
It's because I'm doing it through the channel points. I will quickly also
Here's
adjust
the thing.
it.
It didn't even. Here's the thing. It didn't even do that before.
Oh.
Yeah,
Bit weird.
but I don't have cam. That's fine.
No, it's not a problem.
You don't have to have your cam. We're only doing cam because, well, we're the main hosts, and that's what we decided to actually do. So yeah, if you do want to join us, then we have hit the first hour mark, people. God, we got over it. We're gonna do a 10-minute break, so then we can actually go have a siggy wiggy woo, and then Mel can actually get herself at least freshened up somewhat, so she can actually then join us for the podcast and give her opinions on the topics that we'll be going over for the next hour. So take this chance, everybody, to go maybe grab a drink or maybe something to eat, because as I said, we're going for another hour. So with that being said, I will see you all in an Eskimo.
Hey, hello. How you doing, guys? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, fine. What you guys been talking about?
And we are back. I know that wasn't 10 minutes, but it was quicker than intended. Just unmute myself in the Discord.
There we go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Alright. Hello, Mel. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Good morning, I should say to you.
Hey, I just couldn't sleep because of something else, not because I've been playing games the whole night. So shut up.
No.
Damn it.
My podcast, my rules. Fuck you. And for that, all I gotta say, well, there's one thing I gotta do, Mel.
What? No. No. I can imagine what it is. No. Fuck you. Go away.
Oh, oh,
No.
oh, oh.
That help me.
You sent the pigeon to my home to terrorize my cat. There is no safety.
Yeah, that's true. The picture is no longer with me. It's in the UK with Corny.
I actually not gonna lie.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's Damo. I actually grabbed just after I was just finishing up. I grabbed the masks just in case.
Well, the good news is the pigeon's no longer with me, so it must be up Chaos's way.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I had chicken. Yeah, I had chicken today. Oh, pigeon.
No, that's terrible.
So, as the usual bullshit out of the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, as with all things, when there is someone actually just joined us, so I got to ask you this question, Mel. How are you doing? Besides just waking up, and what games have you been up to this week?
First, thank you, and I'm doing all right.
Oh,
Really?
oh,
Well, I gotta say that I got into 2 new games this year.
oh yeah.
Besides, yeah, I don't play 3D the whole time. I got into a friend gives me a game called Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, and I've been enjoying that game a lot. That game also has co-op, so I've been playing it with my friend and also on my own too. Uh, and I got into that same friend got me into League of Legends as well.
Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Well, why you say oh no?
You hear that, Damo?
Mm-hmm.
Mel's gone down that rabbit hole.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ladies
I
and gentlemen,
never
we lost another one.
I never imagined I was or that one day I was going to play that game, but yeah.
Yeah,
I-
mind you, to be fair, I didn't think I'd actually be doing the podcast on the laptop, so.
True.
Hmm.
But yeah, I gotta say that I really liked it, and she also made me. She
What
asked me.
characters do you main?
What character do I main? I main Victor. Because first of all, like my friend made me watch the series first, Arcane on Netflix, and yeah, I met the characters that are included in the series first. Then I went to the game. I checked all the characters, and the one that I liked the most from the series was Victor. So yeah, I'm definitely going to main Victor in the game as well. And I
I've
have
not
a few
played League.
other favorites too.
I've not played League of Legends in a hot minute. That's like I did do that back on the old
Yes.
flop top when I first got it. Then kind of
Yeah.
got bored with it.
Yeah, it can turn a little bit boring sometimes because the matches can last like for an hour
Mm.
sometimes, depending on how it goes.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I know. I think
yeah.
I ended up in one match that lasted about 2 hours.
Oh no, that's even worse. Yeah, but that can happen sometimes.
Surprisingly, yeah. My
Uh,
main was Ari.
Ari. Oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one.
My friend,
Um.
one of my friends at the time, they gifted me the Firefox skin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It
But
was
yeah, I'm clearly still learning the game because it's quite a bit for someone that's new into it. It's kind of hard to understand in the beginning.
hmm,
But there's a lot of things that you have to learn from the game.
yeah. It
But
will
yeah,
take a bit. It will
uh,
take a bit to actually get into
yeah,
because there's like loads of strategies that you actually got to do, like character builds as well that might actually work, and then
yeah.
you might have to swap the strategy part of the way through.
You have to know what to buy in the
Hmm.
shop as well during mid
Yeah,
game, depending on how you build your character and how to use the character as well, because all of them are different.
yeah.
I
You're right,
can't
Demo.
see well. I can't see well without my glasses. I have to squint. I'm like,
Put your glasses on then.
they keep fogging up. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, look at her. She's an intellectual. You do the animate a glass push up. So you've actually been trying out a bunch of new stuff.
Yeah, I've been trying new stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm liking it. Yep.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed I've been trying out a few new things as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is like literally a
Oh,
first.
yeah. This is yeah. Yeah, you're right.
So, as somebody was actually watching the stream just now to actually join again, how did it actually look? Did the stream look okay? Oh,
Sorry, I'm
Mel,
distracting myself.
Oh, there we go.
you all right?
Yeah, no, this could freak out for a little bit.
Rip. So, as I was saying, like, how does the stream look from going from actually watching it to now being here? How did it look to you?
It looks pretty well for me. Yep. Yeah,
Looks
I
a bit
gotta
more
say
professional,
that.
doesn't it?
Yeah, well, way more than so.
I am a
I,
professional. Professional
I'm happy
fuckwit, more
that
like.
it looks like this.
Professional fuckwit, more like. So basically get you a run up speed on what kind of how we do things. Like we literally have a couple of weeks between the podcasts. We'll literally look over varying like topics and stuff. We'll basically discuss stuff. Some will be like serious topics. Some will be like hilarious stuff. Like I've got one that I'll be talking about in a moment, and we'll obviously ask if you got anything as well, just to make things a bit more interesting. And I know you can only be with us for an hour today,
Yep.
as was kind of funny since that we've only got an hour left of the well, this is the last hour of the podcast, so you've joined at the perfect time.
Yes, I can stick to the end.
Yes. All right. So I'll get on with my topic because I think this will make both of you laugh as well as chat. As everyone knows, pretty much the game that's kind of sweeping Twitch as well as a lot of people at the minute is uh, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like you look at Twitch and almost like everyone's fucking streaming Elden Ring.
Everyone's playing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I won't do it because well, I'm not into the Souls games. I mean, I have a game that I probably will give it a crack, Neo 2, but that's a whole different kettle of fish altogether. Elden Ring is actually catching a lot of people's attention and has actually, well, it's becoming a bit of an obsession for some people, or at least one person in particular. And I'm going to read the article as is because I found this and I nearly fell out of my chair laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriend seeks advice after Elden Ring steals her boyfriend.
What?
Yep. And this isn't the first time that something like this has happened, where a guy's gotten so into a game that the girlfriend is actually basically not able to draw him away. Like there's memes out there of a girl going up to a guy playing League of Legends. She goes, "Hey, baby," unzips her hoodie, and he's like, looks at her, zips her hoodie back up, gives her her stuff, and kicks her out, and just goes back to the game. There's loads of memes like that. A concerned girlfriend has taken to Reddit to express her disappointment that a new video game has stolen away her boyfriend. The game, of course, is Elden Ring. I'm not going to go over like what the game is. So, a young woman is posting to r/relationship advice, as spotted by esteemed Souls expert Lance McDonald, complained that her boyfriend spent the vast majority of their first night together in ages playing a new video game he'd just picked up. See, now that's on him, alright? If it's the first night in ages, you at least should actually spend time with your significant other. So that's on him. I like if I did that to my girlfriend, I would expect my ass to get kicked. I'd expect hell to come my way. She says we don't get a lot of chances to be together, and we've recently gone for about a month and a half without having sex. She wrote. We finally got a chance to be together and even had a date yesterday. He picked up a new game while we were out and started playing as soon as we got back to his place. I let him play for about 2 hours, but I started getting affectionate after a bit. Since the date was really nice and I was enjoying being with him at night for the first time in a while. She continued, he was really engrossed in the game and didn't ask me what was wrong until around 3 hours in. When I told him I wanted sex, or at least to give him a blowjob, he just said, "Oh," and went back to playing his game. I felt kind of bad for mentioning it and tried to stay and watch him play for a bit, but eventually decided to go to sleep. He stayed up playing until at least 2 a.m., at which point I fell asleep without even cuddling. I'm not sure if he ever came to bed. He usually wakes up before me and when we sleep together anyway. The next day, she tried to tell him that he'd hurt her feelings. His response was to tell her she shouldn't be upset because it's a new game, which seems like a bit of a red flag to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that is massive dick behavior.
Yeah. Yo, Lion, thank you for thank you for the tier 2 subscription, my dude. Um, oh, wow, it gets worse. It gets worse.
No.
He's my first boyfriend, so I'm not sure if I'm being
No.
unreasonable. She finished. Should I adjust my expectations, or is there a better way to talk to him to get him to see my side?
Talk to him to get your side, my guy. Like, at least when my
Bruh!
man gets a new game and I start getting affectionate, even if I turn around and go to him, I want your attention right now. I will give you a blowjob. He'll be like, okay. Whilst gaming, I'll give. Sorry, TMI, but I'll give him head.
Alright, as a guy, in a that's been in a long relationship, I'll say this: if I'm playing a game and my girlfriend's here, I don't play a game unless she says it's cool because I want to spend time with her. I want to be able to give like attention to her, even though games are a part of me. Like this might just be a guy thing, but as much as I love games, I love my girlfriend, and I don't want to lose my girlfriend. So I'll try and actually like I'll forego games. Literally just spend time with her, and she'll tell me, "No, please play games. I want to see you play games. I like seeing you play games." I'm like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yes, do it." I get really like hesitant to actually do that. I get really like hesitant to do that because it's like I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. You know.
I understand where you're coming from though, on like both sides of the plate, you know, because it's like I don't really want to play video games when my man is here. Neither does he, and I'm like, if you want to play RuneScape or anything, you've got your account on my PlayStation 5. You know,
Mm,
you've got your RuneScape account on my PC. If you feel like gaming with your friends, that is completely fine. You know, just give me attention every once in a while.
yeah. Alright. So I'll just explain what's happened to Lion. So Lion, basically, what we're talking about is a girl, basically a girl has seen her boyfriend for the first time in a month and a half with no sex, and he actually picked up Elden Ring and has been so obsessed with playing it that he's basically foregone any form of affection to her on the night was they were meant to spend together. And as a guy, at first, as I was reading the article, I'm like, okay, this is bad on his front, but there's probably someone else, and maybe because when you see articles like this, a lot of the time it's just literally the girls not understanding. Literally, it's the partner not understanding, and they're just blowing things out of proportion. That's what it's that when it comes to. I've seen articles like that, and it has kind of blown out of proportion, where she's literally just lost her shit for no reason. This one, this is on him, and I hope she's able to actually get him to see it because this is on him. Like, if my girlfriend shows any form of affection in that manner, that controller out my hands, off we go. You do any guy that has even even a bit of intelligence in the head will tell you this: if your partner is showing affection, don't deviate to a different direction because you just don't. It's like you
Like why
idiot.
also why had to be in that moment? Like you if you want to do something like okay, play video games and show any attention to how to your a girlfriend or whatever, um you have time to do both. Like you have all the time of the world if you want to do something.
Hmm.
Like you can spend some time doing that and doing other things as well. So
Yeah,
why doing that in that moment? It's like clearly you don't give a fuck about it. So
yeah. Like I've given this example of something. I've actually had a similar type of situation like this, but I handled this the right way. And Mel, you'll appreciate this. Um, Me and my girlfriend, we were meant to meet up, and then she was going to be
yeah.
spending the night over, and we were going to be having, obviously, spending some time together. I pre-ordered, which I didn't realize was actually going to be on Valentine's Day.
Hmm.
Final Fantasy 13: Lightning Returns.
Oh, I remember.
Oh.
Yeah, that it came out that day. Yeah.
Yep. So, as much as I really wanted to get into it, so do you know what I did? Bought it, and then we'd done our bits in the shopping and what we wanted to do.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, it was pissing down with rain, so I unfortunately had to wait until she arrived at the area. So I was stood out in the rain for about 3 hours. So I'm like, so at that point, I'm like, okay, one of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to be able to play the fuck out of this game, or something else is going to happen. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a
Uh, so
bit.
what? Ooh, motherfucker. So yeah, what I made sure was I showed that I'd got the game. I then put it out of my sight.
Hmm.
So if we were messing about, then I wouldn't just look over it and be tempted. So
Mm.
I had it out of sight, out of mind. We got to business. After about 4 or 5 hours, like we were just chilling, and and she's like, So are you gonna play that new game of yours? It's like, but I want to spend time with you. She's like, go play your new game. I know you want to. It's like, are you
Oh,
sure? I always make sure. It's like I always want it to be
yeah.
her call on that one because I don't want to just because I know how boring it can be watching someone else play video games. Uh,
Yeah, it can happen.
that's kind of why I'm actually pretty good at streaming because I'm able to find a way to actually make it entertaining. Um, um, but yeah, it's. I always try to make sure that it's her call. Of course, once she said that it was good, she's like, "You do realize if I play this, I'm probably going to be here for more than a couple of hours." She's like, "I know. If I want something, I'll grab you." It's like, if you want something, you ain't gonna have to grab it. All you have to do is whisper in the ear, and game is either going to be paused or shut down.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean,
Make it know.
you did good. What this guy did isn't like,
He fucked up.
Oh,
yeah, completely.
massively.
Like, I hope, like, if oh,
It doesn't matter if it is a new game, old game. You don't do
yeah,
that. I mean,
all I can say is I hope they're able to actually resolve it because it sounds like she really wanted to.
Mm.
yeah.
Oh my god, Nathan.
Oh no.
Whispers in the ear. Eggs need a good scrambling.
They're my
Not like
main
this.
source of protein, my guy. Please don't put me off my eggs.
Not like this. Not like this.
Exactly. Not like
Wait, where's the emote?
Oh, not like
There it
this.
is.
But yeah, yeah. Um, so we've given the guy's perspective. So if you, so I'll ask the ladies here. If you were in a relationship and your partner actually wanted to play a game, what would you prefer? They actually ask if it's okay if they play the game for a couple of hours, or focus on you first.
If he ask me first, I wouldn't have any problem. Like, play the game if you want, but like, give me attention as well. Like, if we are going to be, if we say that we are going to spend time together that day, like, it makes sense that at least a part of the day is spent with me and
Mm,
not the game on completely, you know?
yeah. If anyone ever sees me on PlayStation, don't worry, it's just because I've got YouTube on, just for just like something in the background while she and I talk. That's literally. So if anyone actually calls me, says that that I'm full of shit, no, I'm not full of shit. That's literally how I do.
But no, I actually do agree wholeheartedly with you, Mel, because at the end of the day, like, if you're coming all this way, traveling 4 to 4.5 hours just to come and spend time with me, I prefer it if you ask. Like, I'm like, yeah, sure, go for it. And as you said, just bear
Yeah.
me in mind. You're here to see me. I don't mind you playing games with your mates or solo, whatever. Just bear in mind that I am still here. You know, and it'd be the exact same the other way around too. Like, I would much rather ask and be like, hey, I don't have my PC with me, obviously, or like, my PlayStation sort of thing. Could I kind of like put my account on your PlayStation and play some Dead by Daylight with my friends later on
Mm-hmm.
and make time for him? It's not an issue for me, you know. Like, just make sure you give back what you get, basically.
Mm. Like
Yeah.
I've gone onto Twitter just to see if there's any like further about this story. And Lance McDonald has actually posted this on his Twitter, basically saying about it. And the comments are basically underneath. Elden Ring ruining a lot of relationships at the moment. I too have been neglected for Elden Ring lately. When I read new game, 100% it's Elden Ring. Lamal is that Elden Ring game.
The thing is, I might potentially be in the same boat because my man be getting Elden Ring at some point.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, your man isn't exactly like right by you at the time, so
No. But I can imagine him asking me very, very nicely to play it on my PlayStation 5.
Here's the thing. At least he's asking,
True.
not assuming.
True, but I also
True,
know what he's like when
This
he gets
guy,
into
this
a
guy
game.
this guy didn't even ask. He just assumed and did it.
Yeah, I
That's
didn't even
true.
ask and went straight to play the game.
So yeah,
Elden Ring ruining relationship? Nah, it's weak ass motherfuckers not learning control. Facts.
facts, facts.
Fucking facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pizza oven relationship couch, where you come here with your relationship questions and we do our best to help you out. But yeah, that guy. You got something to say, Damo?
Got any questions about relationship advice around your gamer boyfriends and girlfriends? Just ask Agony Damo.
Hey, ask Geo. I am known as Professor Chaos, the sex education, the sex ed teacher. Yeah, during their chat, right?
Wow.
During their one of their charity streams, you two didn't see this, but I actually said if we reach a certain goal, I will, because Geo, bless her, it is actually the most innocent out of all of us. So her mum and everyone else that was there or part of Pixels actually full on went for this. So I'm like, all right, if we reach a certain amount of people as incentive, I will be Professor Chaos doing sex ed. And we reached it, so I was doing sex ed on the charity stream.
My god.
Oh my goodness, you'll have to try
Excuse me.
because I need to watch that.
It's long gone, unfortunately, because that was about like a couple of years ago.
Whack.
Yeah, that was. Although, if you ever pop into a Geo stream and her mum's there, ask in the next. What you should do in that stream is ask, when's the next Professor Chaos sex ed lesson gonna be? And Geo will go, oh no.
I will request that it happens because I need to see this shit.
Essentially, I think in that instance, Geo essentially becomes Mel and is pretty much like not like this.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You do realize
I
though.
wouldn't blame her. I mean, I
Yeah.
would do the same.
Yeah, but you'd still watch that and laugh your ass off though, Mel.
This would
Well,
be
yeah.
Mel if it plays.
Yeah, it's not popped up. So it looks like the channel point ones are, but the other ones aren't. Who knows? So yeah. Summarize. Guys bought TLDR. Guy bought Elden Ring, and went to play it on his date with his girlfriend once they got back to his place. So instead of actually giving her attention, now she's wondering if she's out of line for actually feeling pissed off. And pretty much anyone else with a brain in their head is saying, yeah, no, it's not you, love. It's him.
Just don't show your bumhole.
You say that as he's almost turned right to the camera with his ass. Oh yeah, Damon. Oh yeah, we've already got a couple of clips of Saber's antics, Mel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I'll
Hello, Saber. It's been a while.
Meow. Saber, pigeon.
No, do it. Just for this
What?
purpose.
Where's
I will
the
get
pigeon
him to
that I
look at the
sent
camera.
to you, Saber? What did you do to the pigeon?
Saber, oi! No, look this way. Look this way. No, look at the screen. Saber, look. What's this?
Saber.
Saber, what's this?
Saber's not having any of it.
What's this? What's this?
There's a pigeon
He's
here,
just grabbing
Saber.
my bottle. Hey, look. You missed it.
Saber's like, I'm not. Saber's not having any of it. Saber's like, oh, it's just that cunt. chaos in a fucking pigeon mask.
Oh, I love
You're
you
not
too, though.
gonna lie to me. That's not a real pigeon.
All right. So, Mel,
Tell me.
you have any topics? Anything that's caught your interest in the world of gaming that you think might be interesting for everyone?
Not much, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, Damo,
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
you have a funny one, don't you?
Funny one.
Yes. Damo also has another funny one.
I can't remember what one it is. um,
Let's try and find it.
no, I actually can't remember what what it was.
There was actually like a proper funny one, wasn't it, that we were talking about earlier?
Oh, yes, yes, no, no. Now I got you. Now I got you.
There we
Okay,
go. There we go.
so Dead by Daylight dating sim.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
There is rumor to be Behavior actually developing a dating sim for Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
If
Okay.
this actually comes out, you're probably going to see me spending a lot of time on that dating sim just for the Trickster and Pyramid headline, just saying. Can't deny that.
Well, here's the thing: you'll probably actually get an option of either going Survivor or Killer.
Oh, straight up, I'm going I'm going to be like the survivor going after the killer, being like, come here, pretty boy.
I go with you.
So this is why the game's actually been struggling for so damn long because they've been working on a fucking dating sim.
Obviously, it's rumored, and then also as well on the topic of Dead by Daylight, Dead by Daylight leaks Twitter page. They're actually bringing out a board game
Oh
as well.
god!
Oh.
So
Dead by
that'll
Daylight
be...
Monopoly.
I don't think it's Monopoly, but it'll be quite interesting to see, to be honest.
Yeah. So, Mel.
Yep.
Would you be interested in a Dead by Daylight dating sim?
I don't know, to be honest.
Think of the Trickster.
Don't say that.
Maybe he could play with. Maybe he could play with you with his knives. She's contemplating.
I think Mel might have a knife kink.
No.
Well, she already admitted it when we were actually playing it that one fucking time. Trickster. Oh yeah. Wait, what, Mel? Pretty sure there's even a fucking clip of it.
I love it though, because it's like, no, everyone's like, no, don't corrupt Mel. Plays the Trickster once in a custom match.
Yeah.
Well, if it is for the Trickster, then yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mel.
I admit it.
Hey, Mel, can you do me a favor?
Oh no.
Yeah.
If you uwu, I will mori
Oh.
you as the Trickster in a custom match. As many times as you want.
Not this again. Chaos.
What?
Help me.
You're a grown woman. You can tell her to fuck off if you want. I ain't your daddy.
I don't know. I will think about it.
Here's the thing. She's gonna do it off stream. She's gonna do it off stream. That's the thing.
Oh no, I'm meaning on stream though. That's the only catch to it.
No, not again. I've done it twice already.
The third time's the charm.
No.
That's all. You might not hate it as much because you've
Can I
already done
write
it
it?
twice.
I can write it for you.
Doesn't count because I don't have the alert anymore.
No.
You do realise, Mel, this is going to be an ongoing battle between everyone and you.
Mel right now.
I'm in danger.
Yep. Yep. That is Mel. Oh, fuck. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Oh, fuck me.
No, I'm not doing that again. It was enough.
Once was enough. We've only just managed to get Mel back. Let's not fucking scare her. Mel's been too busy being the DBD champion. Last thing we need for her is to disappear again.
Emotional damage.
Mikado, you got that right. Emotional damage. But you talk about ridiculous. You talk about DVD possibly getting a dating simulator. That actually leads on to another topic. I think actually could even be on that. Like, what games do we think would actually be ridiculous yet hilarious as a dating sim?
Call of Duty.
No, because that would just
Street
be.
Fighter.
I'm sorry, that wouldn't be Call of Duty wouldn't work because that would just be about rape. Look at the player base. Here we go. What are we getting? What alert are we getting? Davo.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yep. But yeah, no, I don't think Call of Duty would actually work as a dating sim. No, because at that point it'd just be a regular dating sim.
All the characters almost look the same, so
Yeah. And Vanguard wouldn't work because Vanguard's boring as shit apparently. So yeah, what other games do you think would actually be ridiculous but also funny as a dating sim? Because you said Call of Duty, what else was it? Demo. Demo.
No, I'm thinking.
Do you know what one I think would be ridiculous?
Go.
which one?
Final Fantasy.
I was thinking about that one.
To be fair, I'd play it simply because of Sephiroth.
But here's the thing though. What Final Fantasy though?
You're right
Sephiroth.
about that. Because there's a lot of Final Fantasy.
Because there are a lot like. Are we go? Because I don't think a multiverse. I don't think a thing where like Dissidia where they're basically like a bunch of the characters are there. I think we'd have to go with only one specific universe.
7.
Well, yeah, because you'd want
Sephiroth.
15.
15.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why 15, you mean?
Yeah.
Because of Noctis.
You wanna date Noctis?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you probably gonna end up with a yaoi dating sim with 15. Because to be fair, there are not that many female characters in 15, and kind of one of the major ones gets offed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
It's not really. It's like
Crash Bandicoot. Would be weird.
Spyro. Oh god, Crash Bandicoot.
I will date a dragon.
Actually, I could see a Spyro one possibly working because there is actually a couple of characters in there that people do ship.
Fair enough.
Crash Bandicoot. I think that would be weird.
Yeah.
You get a wrong answer, you get a TNT box. How do you say? Ooh, Silent Hill. Resident Evil.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Hell no to Leon.
Shut up. Hell yes
uh,
to Leon.
I would go Jill on that one. In terms of Final Fantasy, I would probably. See, I'm actually torn because my heart actually belongs to a couple of Final Fantasies actually. Like,
Fuck's sake, Nathan.
Like which ones?
well, 10 because that was the first one because that was where my first video game crush came from. 9 would be kind of interesting, but they all kind of look like little kids, so I'd back off from that one.
Yeah,
Because that was the
you're right.
first one I actually did proper play. Uh, 13 for obvious reasons. Lightning,
Lion, yeah.
hell yeah.
I preferred Sarah from 13.
Really?
Yeah, she was my first female Final Fantasy crush. Yeah.
I think Sarah is
Ooh,
a great character too.
Sarah is, yeah. People give Sarah a lot more shit than she actually deserves.
I actually preferred her more than Lightning. It wasn't because it was like the first time I played Final Fantasy. Obviously, like I played it when I was a kid, but it was more so in my like mid to late teens that I actually started understanding Final Fantasy more.
Yeah. And didn't you play 13 2 first?
Yes.
Yeah. See, me and Mel, we played
Yeah.
13 first before we did that. So
I
we had
couldn't
a long,
get the first one anywhere.
Hmm?
I couldn't get the first one anywhere for 13. At the time, I just couldn't find it.
Really?
Even in
Yeah.
CX.
Well, I know I've seen it. Well, I know it's now on the Game Pass
It's
on
on Game
Xbox. So it might
Pass.
be. So I think I think it might also be on Microsoft as well. So it might
It's
be worth
also
looking into.
yeah, it's also on Steam as well.
Oh, it's on Steam as well.
Yep. I'm planning I'm buying the 3 again.
Hmm.
So I can have them on the PC.
Yeah. So it looks like me and Mel kind of have already a unanimous decision on what we'd prefer. Although not gonna lie, just for the sake of things, I would definitely say a 7 would be good. Now, if we're gonna go with any 7, it'd have to be remake 7.
Remake. Yep.
Tifa.
Well, Cloud, obviously. For me.
To be honest, I think a lot more people actually prefer the remake Cloud than they do the original Cloud because the remake Cloud actually has more realizations early on than he did in the original. Where in the original it takes almost an entire game to actually realize, whereas in this
Yeah,
one
but
it's not taking him as much.
Yeah, but you need to understand as well, like in the original, it was obviously spread out over a couple of discs, right? Minimum.
Yeah. As I said though,
Whereas this
it took him the entire game and him to get Mako poisoning.
But like you need to understand as well with the remake, they were able to add so much more, which even meant character development.
Yeah, but because even though 7 Remake is kind of like the original story of what it was meant to be, they've also added in other bits as well that have hinted like maybe this is actually another universe. So
It's like
yeah,
expanding the story,
yeah,
the original story.
yeah. It's just like the way that Tifa looks and behaves and acts in 7 Remake. I already like Tifa as a character just because of her fighting style, but how she is in 7 Remake is way more real than most other video game characters. Because
Oh yeah.
because for the longest time, obviously, people have been like, she's always like joked in the original about Cloud being scary, but in the remake, she actually genuinely admits that she's actually kind of scared of him, and it's like that's genuine. So, also sorry if things have brightened up. It's just that I put my torch on my camera and I've leaned it against my laptop, so that's why it's now brighter.
It's alright.
I figured it'd be better rather than just seeing like half my fucking face.
Shiny girls.
Gotta improvise sometimes. Saber, don't you even fucking dare, mate.
Shiny.
Shiny.
Look at this shine. Look at this shine. You watch, Alex is gonna clip that. But yeah, I do think I'd like to see a Final Fantasy 7, 10, and 13 dating sim. Not all in the same one,
Hmm.
just for varying reasons. Persona's pretty much already a dating sim in some aspects, so we can skip that one. So I know someone's probably going to suggest that one. Someone's Street Fighter was actually said that could be interesting. Although I'm pretty sure a lot of it will just involve being strangled by Chun-Li's thighs. I know how the internet is. They're a bunch of fucking deviants for that shit.
Yeah, but like, it's just with everything, really, isn't it? Like, if you think about it, these
There is.
days.
I have actually seen a cosplayer of Chun-Li, and they'd almost look exactly like her. They're actually built like her, muscles and everything. It was actually impressive. Chun-Li and Cammy's thighs. Fuck's sake.
Batman.
Ooh, Batman.
Arkham
Telltale
Asylum.
Telltale series of Batman.
Arkham Asylum. Poison Ivy.
Ooh, yeah. That's a thought.
And also Arkham Asylum Harley, actually, at that point.
Yeah, I can understand that. Mikado, oh look, he's bald. Fuck off. Like you lot didn't know. Oh god, what other games could there be?
Oh, I will love Uncharted.
An Uncharted dating sim.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Yeah, Nathan, obviously.
Figured as much.
You know me well.
For fuck's sake, Alex!
Thirsty shy.
Send hearts in the chat for Alex for this clip.
Son of a bitch. You know what to do, Alex. Post it in stream clips. I do have a couple of other clips as well I'll be posting of Saber, so after stream. So oh man. What else?
League of Legends.
That could be interesting considering the amount of fucking characters there are.
First of all, yeah.
No.
I know a few people will probably agree with me on this one. Genshin Impact.
Yes. Master D Luke.
Ganyu. Ganyu. Beidou. Although the Beidou line will probably involve a three-way with Ningguang, so. Of
course.
I'll be down for that. Oh, come on. Both of them are hot. And I like their personalities too. They both don't give a fuck and will do what they want. Oh god. Oh god. What if someone actually made if we actually get like a if Mel was able to do this on the regular, what if someone actually made a pizza oven podcast dating sim? Like all the regular people that are off the channel, like Charles, me, you, Damo, Mel, Lion, Inventor, Chives, Mikano. What do you guys think? If you were if there was actually a pizza party dating sim, would you guys actually play it?
Don't go away, Butteroony. Fuck you.
Every time someone actually gets the right choice with Mel, cheese.
Honestly, I don't know. If anyone's ever gonna plan on making that, at least let me send you selfies of the good side of my face first.
At least let me voice my lines.
Yeah. At least allow us to do that.
Yeah, at least allow us to actually do that. If we're gonna be shamed, then at least let's shame ourselves properly.
Yeah.
Mel's final bit before you actually hit the full actual mark would finally be Mel finally after all this time actually willingly saying uwu.
Yes.
No.
Inventors would just be a line of actually you spending money on him instead of the other way around.
Oh god.
Actually, that's a question. That we might have to
What?
say for later because that's 2 hours now. Fuck. I was actually gonna say, if there were actually to be a dating sim of us, how would you want your story to go?
Oh my god.
How would you want your progression to go?
It
I
would
don't
end
even
up that badly like NSFW. It would not be allowed in the game.
Uncensored Steam patch. Speaking of, where's the rest of the fucking fan fiction coming out, Damo? Waiting for chapter 2. So I can read that out on stream.
I will try and get on it at some point.
You need to.
Actually, better yet. I'm going up north for mine and my man's mate's birthday. Wait for me to be drunk and I'll put some notes down on my phone.
Oh no. Nathan, that would never happen. Mel would be the one. Mel would be the
No.
one. Mel would be the one that would not have any NSFW.
No. Hell no. Hell no. to
Chops.
that.
Chives would probably involve pegging. Mine would be helping me actually. Mine would be probably helping me actually stream and actually setting up more pizza oven bullshit.
What would mine be, Chaos?
Yours would actually be going through. Yours would actually probably be the biggest journey of them all because it'd be going through. Because it'd be helping you go through mental trauma, helping you actually fight a fair amount of your personal demons, to the point where it may seem like you've had a bit of a rough patch recently, and they've due to the fact they have actually worked hard to actually help you out, they actually finally able to push past the barrier that your demons have set up to the point where you actually might love again.
Bruh. Bruh.
What? Was that on point?
Emotional damage.
But was that on point though?
Maybe. I was still thinking you're gonna go along the lines of it's like installing mods on The Sims and just playing it like Sims together, but
Well, here's the thing. Maybe it could be multiple paths, like Monster Prom, and that could be one of them. Because like Ghost Girl, hers actually, one of her things is you actually find out how she actually died, and then the final image that you get is actually a picture of her when she was alive with her family.
Yes.
So I will never agree to this, you bastards. Oh god. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone over 2 hours now. So that is going to be the end of this episode of the Peter Oven podcast. Games making this harder. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who we can raid. I do have on my TV actually the full setup of. Well, I actually have Twitch up on my TV right now, so we can see who's on and who we can actually go for.
I'm here. Thank you.
Ooh,
Got my face there for a second, yeah.
there's a good man. There's a good man. Blue Moo Gaming, who is currently playing some Monster Hunter. Oh, is this OG Monster Hunter? Because it's saying first playthrough and retro. Let's have a look. Once the Twitch ads bugger off. Oh, there goes Saber. But yeah. Come on. It is. It's the OG Monster Hunter. It's the original. Alright. Well, Mel, Damo, thank you for joining me for the podcast. Appreciate
No
it.
problem.
No worries.
And good morning, Mel.
Thank you.
So God damn it, Nathan. So ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna go ahead and raid.
Do you want your 5 seconds of fame right now? Is that what
Oh
you
my
want?
god.
Sorry for the mess, guys, but yeah, this is my cat. Being a prick.
Saber. Pigeon.
Ooh.
Really? Really?
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Peter Oven Podcast. We will be back up again in a couple of weeks, as per usual. And we're going to go ahead and raid.
You typed it in wrong.
Yep, I know. I just noticed it.
Come here then. Come say goodbye to your fans. Don't give me that attitude.
So yeah, we are going to go ahead and there we go. So we are going to go ahead and raid the man that is Blue Moo. Oh my god. God damn it. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I will catch you all in the next one, which should be on Friday, should I decide not to do any special streams between now and then. So, fuck's sake, Alex. So, ladies and gentlemen, say it with me. Raise your pizzas high and stay chaotic and look for the challenge. Bye!